Can you believe this? This is amazing. On day 3 of our Smoky Mountain backpacking adventure from Smokemont to Clingman's Dome, we awoke at campsite 55 to a mild temperature, good conversation over a newly stoked campfire, and a few new discoveries before hitting the trail again. Our 8.34 mile, 2,000 foot elevation day started by returning to the Deep Creek Trail and then turning onto Pole Road Creek Trail, passing through Upper Sassafras Gap and ending our day on the Nolan Creek Trail at campsite number 64.
Oh! Come on, man. You got one line.
After a relaxing and rambunctious lunch break at the top of the breezy Upper Sassafras Gap, our afternoon was filled with gushing creeks that had to be forded. Our feet got wet, but for me, my thirst for daring adventure was quenched with the taking on of risk involved that come with crossing swift currents and slick rock beds. Jeremy's walking straight through the trail right now. We've been getting wet. So we're about a mile from campsite 64, where we will be staying for our third and final night. I haven't talked a whole lot in front of the camera this trip, just trying to take in the sights and sounds and enjoy this new company that I've been meeting. But The landscape and scenery is similar and different at the same time than a lot of the hiking I've done in Kentucky, especially the Sheltowee Trace, you know, in terms of tree species and, you know, elevation, dips and dives. Similar, it's a lot greater magnitude here, but these water systems that we've been walking through, I mean, like on the Sheltowee, when you're on those ridges, you know, you can, a lot of times you can only find water down at the bottom and not at the top. And here, it's just such a more complex water system where, I mean, just water is so plentiful here. And it really does remind me a lot of Rocky Mountain streams. And if you know enough about geology, you know, the Appalachian Mountains are older than the Rocky Mountains. So if you kind of have that in your head when you're walking through this trail, you kind of can get a sense of the age of this area. It just feels older for some reason. I know that sounds weird to say, but anyways, it's been a great trip. We're separated from Miyagi and Stringer and Jason Waugh and Addie, but they'll catch up with us soon.
Our last night in the backcountry was filled with fellowship. Even though campsite number 64 had a plethora of picnic tables, there was something familial occurring before me, with the entire group sharing one table to dine together. With some taste from home in my belly, entertaining conversation, a roaring campfire, and the Milky Way gleaming above us, it 'twas a fine, final night in the Smokies indeed. The final day on trail started early. It was our longest mileage and elevation climb yet, with over 4,600 feet to gain and just 9.5 miles to make it to our final milestone, Clingman's Dome. We started by going north on the Springhouse Branch Trail, then following the Forney Ridge Trail, passing Buckhorn Bald, having lunch at the euphoric Andrews Bald, jumping onto the bypass trail to experience hiking on the grand Appalachian Trail, before walking up to the panoramic vistas at the top of the dome.
Otherwise, you come here in the parking lot and take the paved road out, but I don't want to do that. I want to take the trail. I want to come in like some awesome stuff. See Nick right there on the trail. He's about to come up and scale this little step. Come to find out, it's a tree that's growing almost laterally. Super cool.
We're in hog country, y'all. This is amazing.
First good view we've seen.
I know, all trip.
Andrews Bald was surreal, a mountain range like no other. Unable to really utter any meaningful speech while on top, I sat in silence, almost to tears while marveling at what was before me, and at the same time sensing a transcendent voice inside me whispering, "Everything is okay. You're okay." A part of Andrews Bald has been forever etched into my mind and essence.
So leading the charge today has been Miyagi's 15-year-old daughter, Addie. She is an absolute monster on today's trail. She has conquered this 4,000 foot climb with relative ease, and so she will now forever and always be trail titled Hot Ride. First time I've ever seen that sign, Appalachian Trail. I'm going to get to set my feet on it for the first time before heading to Clingman's Dome, so super excited. Getting ready to head up Clingman's Dome.
Go. Yeah, you're good.
4,000 some odd foot elevation climb today. Going to end up on the highest point on the AT, 6,700 feet. Let's see what's happening up here. All right, we just said our goodbyes. The Wisconsin, Minnesota folks have just headed out for their long drive home. Miyagi, Jeremy, Addie, thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of this trip. Hunter, it was awesome to meet you as well. Jeremiah and Jason, so glad to be repping Kentucky Spirit here in the Smokies. As always, I got my trail brother Nick with me. Can't go without him. Man, what an epic adventure. 4 days, 30 miles, 11,500 feet of vert, and with some great people. I just feel really blessed that I got to meet them and spend some time with them. So make sure you check their channels out. They're down in the description box below. Until next time, don't forget to support this channel with a like and a subscribe and a comment. And keep on shining, guys. Get outside. It'll do you some good. We'll see you.